everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my spoiler-free review of The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra, Clare, and Wesley Chu. The Red Scrolls of Magic is a book in the Shadowhunter world taking place between City of Fallen Angels and City of Lost Souls, and it follows our beloved characters Magnus Bane and Alec Lightwood as they go on their first real vacation around Europe as a couple. During their vacation, they encounter a friend who tells them that the Crimson Hand, a demonic cult, is wreaking havoc around Europe, and that supposedly Magnus is the one who started the cult himself. The first thing that I want to kind of mention about this book is the tabs that I have. I have so many tabs. I think I used an entire thing of tabs for specifically this book. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and there was very, very little in this book that bothered me. This is the first Cassandra Clare arc that I've ever gotten. I don't know how it's going to measure up with the finished copy, but the first thing that I kind of want to mention is the writing style. The writing in this arc is a little bit all over the place, and that's not super surprising since it is a co-author effort. That's really the only thing that bothered me about this book. So I just wanted to get the negative out of the way before I dive into all of the amazing things that I loved about this book. This book is so cute. It is so romantic. It has all of the romantic elements of a contemporary story whilst still having all of the action that we love in the Mortal Instruments series and the Shadowhunter world in general. The character development that we see in this book as well is just so heartwarming. It's really, really great to see Magnus and Alec's relationship blossom and flourish throughout this book. And with each country that we stopped at, it was just, you could see all of the resolve within the two characters about their relationship, and it was just wonderful. It was so gay, it was so queer. I just absolutely loved the romance and the characters. And honestly, I think what makes the Shadowhunter books so enjoyable is that you get fan service when you read this book, because there are so many characters that show up in this book that are from previous books that I just get so excited about seeing. There's one particular character that I loved seeing, and I was so happy that they showed up, and it was just, that's what I love about the Shadowhunter books, is that you get to see all of those returning characters and you get to be excited about them returning. The plot, I was a little bit iffy about the plot going into this book, because I was like, that seems kind of weird that it's based around a cult that Magnus apparently created, but as you get through the story a little bit more, it makes a lot more sense, and then it just gets to be like almost like a mystery hunt. It's really cool how it turns out, and I have a couple of theories about the last few pages and where it's gonna go from here, because this is, I do believe, either a duology or a trilogy. I'm not too sure which, but I do have a couple of theories, and that's again what I like about the Shadowhunter books, is that there are a lot of theories that come with reading these books about what's going to happen next. You can really, really tell that Cassandra Clare did all of her research about all of the particular cultures that pertained to all of the locations in this book. It was just so good, and this book is super quotable. Obviously I can't quote it quite yet because I don't have the finished copy, but there are lots of quotes in here that I really liked, and whilst the writing style was a little bit all over the place, which again didn't really take away my enjoyment, there are still a lot of really poetic lines that I really enjoyed reading. It's just wonderful. The last thing that I kind of want to mention about this book is the pacing. The pacing I thought was really well done. Alec and Magnus jump from country to country, and it's really cool to see at what point they jump into a different country and how the country pertains to their journey to find this mysterious Crimson Hand. I just thought that it was very well paced. It wasn't too fast, but it was still action-packed enough that I wasn't bored at all. So yes, like I said, I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite books of all time now, and I cannot wait to get my hands on a finished copy. If you are an avid Shadowhunters fan, I would definitely recommend you read this book. It's a little bit of a different cover style than most of Cassandra Clare's other books, but I actually think that it goes well with the story, and once you start reading the story a little bit more, once you start going through through Magnus and Alec's journey, you will see that this cover is actually perfect for this story. And so don't be scared of it being a little bit different than the Mortal Instruments. Yes, it is different, but it feels so familiar at the same time. It's like we've gotten another extension of Alec and Magnus's story, but it still has all of the humor and the action that is reminiscent of the Mortal Instruments, and I absolutely loved that about this book. All right, and that is my glowing review of The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu. If you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up and let me know if you are excited about this book. Again, if you are a Shadowhunters fan, I definitely think that you should read this book. I think that it is an integral part of this series, and I would definitely recommend it to people who are looking for more queer literature. As always, all of my social media links will be down in the description box below if you'd like to follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter, or my blog. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!